Hello Royalties, welcome to yet another video. My name is Hanegandete. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for stepping by. This is a wellness, all things wellness platform. This is a channel where I teach parent-child support. This is where I help parents to build strong and resilient relationships with their children. So thank you very much for stepping by. We are on a topic of gratitude. Teaching gratitude to our children based on their different age groups. So on the previous video we were speaking about teaching gratitude to children between the ages of 2 to 5 years. So today we are speaking on teaching gratitude to children age groups 6 to 9 years. So the most important thing you need to understand as a parent as you teach gratitude to 6 to 9 year olds is that it builds awareness and choices. It makes your child to be aware of what is happening and understand that they also have a choice in whatever that is happening. It teaches them that their choices are very much important. Their choices make them who they are. So there's 4 points on gratitude on children 6 to 9 years. So let me go through them quickly and then I'll come back and deal with each point individually. So the first one says 3 good things about bedtime. The second one says gratitude scavenger hunt. The third one says thank you notes with help. And the last one says talk about some kids don't have 1, 2 and 3. So let's go to the first one. It says 3 good things at bedtime. What were 3 good things today in your life? And then this is when you're asking your child to mention 3 good things, only 3 good things that you experienced today in your life. And your child might maybe give short answers. You know, maybe they can say, I'm grateful for my toys. I'm grateful for pizza. Maybe you had a pizza for dinner on that evening. I'm grateful for pizza. Or I'm grateful for ice cream. Maybe you bought them ice cream. I'm grateful for ice cream. In this age group 6 to 9 years, children are more gravitating towards short responses, more especially when it's something that they have to think about. So when the child says toys, do not maybe correct them, wanting them to say I'm grateful for my toys and elaborate further, where now you can just add as a parent to say, oh, you are grateful for your toys and I'm also grateful as a parent that you have those toys. I'm grateful that I could afford to buy them. So now we are making them to pay attention with, oh, there's more to me having toys. It's not just that I'm having toys. There's a lot of things that happened before I received these toys. So mom or dad had to think about money. Money was involved. Mom took their time for me to get toys. Or it is important for mom that I have toys. Because sometimes relatives, our parents, they get to take things for granted. It's okay, I have toys. Let's move on. It's not a big deal. But when you make them to have gratitude for those toys, and you also bring awareness to them, you having these toys, someone had to do something. Someone had to separate with their money. Someone had to make time to go to the shop and buy the thing that we have. It might not only be a toys, even the pizza. They must understand it could have happened you did not afford to buy pizza for them. The fact that they ate pizza and they are grateful for it is good. But they also need to think that someone did something for me to eat pizza. Mom or dad had to take out their money and buy pizza. They must think about the process that happened before they received what they're grateful for, so that they don't just look at things as things. They must look at what they have as something that they have, and it is important. And it is not just important for them to have, but it is important to the point where parents had to make a certain move for you to have this thing. So if they say pizza, then you make them understand there was a process that had to take place before that pizza, and there was money that had to be popped out for you to eat pizza today. So when they say ice cream, Sometimes children look at things as, okay, we've got ice cream in the home. They don't understand what happened for them, for them to end up having ice cream. But when you have these exercises with them, 3 good things before bedtime, you talk about those things, and when you say good night, you leave your child in the room. Before they fall asleep, they will think about these things. Oh, okay, we don't just have things in this home. Mom and dad put an effort. Oh, okay, things are important. They're not just things, but there's some things that I need to be grateful for, and I need to appreciate even the people who moved or who did something for me to have this particular thing that I'm grateful for. So the second one says gratitude scavenger hunt. This means maybe before bedtime or before your child sleeps, you can say to them, can you please point out 5 things that you are grateful for that are in your bedroom? Or maybe if the child does not own a bedroom, you can say that we have in the home. So maybe based on what they have in their bedroom, they can say, I'm grateful for my duvet cover. I like the color. It's beautiful. I'm grateful for my shoes that are in my wardrobe. I'm grateful for, they'll be looking around. This helps the child to prompt in their mind, okay, if I'm gonna be grateful for what I have in my room, it means I need to look around my room. I need to check, because it's not just something that I need to think about that is gonna drain my mind. It's something that I have to look around. Oh, okay, I'm grateful for this TV in my bedroom. I'm grateful for my shoes. I'm grateful for my duvet cover. I'm grateful for my backpack. They see this is their backpack. I'm grateful for my ball. I'm grateful for my doll if it's a girl. You make them aware. Be aware of your surroundings and be grateful for what you have. For the fact that you also have your own bedroom. Do you know that we had to make a decision? You must have a bedroom. We had to buy these things that you are grateful for. Do you know this is our symbol of expressing to you that we love you? This is also a token of appreciation. We appreciate you as our child and we love you. This is how we express our love and our gratitude that we have you as our child. Do you know this will teach your child not to be excited they are having a bedroom. It will also teach them, oh, it means I need to take care of my bedroom. I must move beyond just being happy that I have my bed and my duvet cover. It means I need to make up my bed. I need to tidy up my room, because this is a token of appreciation from my parents. It is not just a thing in which I have a bedroom, but my parents did something. They had to separate with their money to buy this duvet cover that I'm grateful for today. My parents had to separate with their money to buy my PlayStation. My parents had to separate with their money to buy me this Barbie doll or this ball, whatever the case. So it makes them to think beyond what they have, and to think, if it's so important for my parents to give this to me, how am I showing gratitude to them for giving me this experience? Now I have to start tidying up my room. I need to take care of my room. I need to take care of my schoolwork. Telling your parent, your child, do you know how much I pay for your transport to go to school? Do you know how much I pay for school fees if maybe that's the case? Having these little talks with your children make them to appreciate you as a parent. Number one, it helps them to appreciate what they have and to take good care of it, because now they see my parents are separating with their money. My parents are doing this thing with they're intentional about giving me this. How am I showing gratitude? I must show gratitude by making sure I do my schoolwork, I pass, I excel, because my parents are paying this amount of school fees for my education. My parents are paying this amount of money for a transport to take me to school. This is just not the fact that I'm fortunate. Yes, I'm fortunate because my parents afford these things, but what am I doing to show gratitude and to encourage my parents to say, you know what, my parents, you have done a good decision by taking me to this school. I'm grateful, and this is how I show my gratitude, by doing my work, being the best at my doing the best at my school work, making sure I am the best. This brings that awareness to children, because things do not fall from trees. At some point, someone had to lose their money to make sure that you get this thing. So now, how do you show gratitude? How do you encourage this person to keep on doing things for you? The last one says, no, not the last one. The third one says, thank you notes with help. So this would be, maybe you tell your child to pick a person that they're grateful for. I think I've spoken about this even on the previous videos, to say, okay, your dad, for an example, did this to you. They bought you a bicycle, or whether the dad lives with the child or they don't live with the child, but the dad has done something good to the child. You teach them, now that your dad has done this, or your mom has done this, or your uncle or your aunt has done this for you, don't you think a thank you note would be good to show them that you are grateful? You are teaching your child, don't just receive things from people and don't show gratitude, as if people it was a must for people to do those things to you. It could have been possible this person acting, no, I don't want to do this. So what are you doing to express gratitude? You suggest they write a note, whether it is via WhatsApp, they text their father to say, Dad, I'm grateful, thank you that you bought me a bicycle, thank you that you bought me a jacket, thank you that you did this and this. It tells the child when a person has done something, you are expected to say something in response to what you have received, because sometimes our children feel like my mom or my dad was bound to do it. They were forced to do it. I'm their child. If they didn't do this for me, who could have done it? They were forced to do it. So, but if you make your child to write that thank you note, whether it's a letter or a text, a WhatsApp text, they feel it is important to respond to what is done to you. This will also teach your child if someone has done something bad to them, they need to give feedback, whether to you or to someone else. This and this and this happened to me, someone did this to me, and I'm not okay, I'm not happy. So it teaches the child to show gratitude by giving feedback to the person who has done something good or even bad to them. So the last one says, talk about some kids don't have. So when you speak about these things to your children, also make mention to them, do you know some children do not have the access to the things you have access to? You have a PlayStation, or you have a TV in your room, you have 3 pairs of sneakers. Do you know other children don't even have 1 pair of sneaker? Do you know that other children do not have access to PlayStations? Do you know that other children do not have access to eating pizza and ice cream for dinner? They must see they could have been on the other side of having parents who don't afford to do these things. So they must know they must be grateful for what they have, and they must also know it could have been them on the other side of not having access to these good things, so that when they see other children who don't have access to these good things, they must be kind and not make other children feel bad. I have a pair of sneakers that is so expensive and you don't have it, and they end up laughing at this child who comes to school. Maybe it's a day where they need to wear home clothes, and now maybe your child, and in their friendship group, they've got this attendance of competing and bullying other children who do not have things that they have. When you teach these things, it is important to appreciate what you have, because others do not have. The next time they see others who do not have, they're gonna have some kind of feeling. They're gonna stop bullying other children. They're gonna stop making other children to feel bad for what they don't have. Instead, they will appreciate who's bona, they have this, and they could have been on the other side, So they will start appreciating what they have, and more than that, they're gonna feel empathy for those who do not have, and maybe try to share. If it's something that they can share, try to share with other children who come from homes where they don't have access to these things. Maybe it can be food, or it can be money during lunch, to say they buy their friends something for lunch, or they share their lunch with someone. So you teaching gratitude and kindness also makes your child to look out there and see who they can be, who they can show kindness to. So it is a very much important, Royalties, that we teach these things to our children. Thank you very much for staying up to this far on this video. So on the next video, we'll be speaking about teaching gratitude to children between the ages of 10 to 12 years. Thank you very much, Royalties, for staying up to this far. We will talk on our next video. Bye bye.